Good morning, everyone. I'm Kristen Pironis. I'm with Visit Annapolis and Arundel County. We are the destination marketing and management organization for Annapolis and Arundel County. There are 25 DMOs, destination marketing organizations, around Maryland. So a couple of them are here, so I'm really glad to have that support. As a destination marketing organization, our job is to advertise, promote, and sponsor activities that bring visitors in from near and far. Makes sense, right? But what we found is that as a destination management organization, we had to make sure that we lived up to the promise in our advertising. So when people got here, they had a place to park. They knew where to go. They felt welcomed. So we were really focusing a lot on that management side, and a lot of our partners are here to do that. So I'm going to be really upfront. Regional collaboration isn't easy. In fact, it's really, really hard. Sometimes it's really difficult. Sometimes you don't want to do it. Sometimes you want to go out on your own and do it by yourself because it would be a lot easier, but you're not going to have the impact there. So what I can tell you is while regional collaboration is hard, it's absolutely worth it. So and here's sort of how it comes together. We know that visitors come to Maryland. They don't care about city lines. They don't care about county lines. They see us as a region and they see us as a state. And the impact is pretty impressive. We know that even with a modest investment from the state, combined with what we do at a county and a city level, we have tremendous economic impact, and you can see that on the screen there. That's really important because it really shows the, I'll say, importance of the municipalities and the counties working with our state Office of Tourism. And this is all at a state level. We'll get to the county level in a second. So ferries are not new, right? What killed the ferries? What happened in 1952? Anyone? Chesapeake Bay Bridge opened, and the ferries died pretty much instantly. At one point in their height, we had 10,000 people on ferries annually. And what that did is it shaped commerce, it shaped quality of life, and it absolutely shaped the way people saw the bay. What we found in recent decades is people and communities have absolutely lost access to the bay. So it's not just the recreation that they've lost that economic opportunity. So we got together and thought, what can we do? Can we bring back something with that access and the opportunity? So we teamed up with 4 other counties, Queen Anne's County, who's in the back of the room, Calvert and Somerset and St. Mary's, along with MedCo for this project to really come together. And we imagined something really bold, bringing the ferry system back to really focus on that visitor experience and quality of life for our residents. For nearly 2 years, we got together every week to talk about this project. And we brought people together from tourism, economic development, transportation, recreation, business, and government. We listened to voices from across the state because it didn't matter that our consortium was only 5 counties. We needed to make sure that we had the best study together to see if we could go forward. So their insights really shaped how this project came together, even if they weren't part of the consortium meetings every week. We carefully explored potential sites, infrastructure, and visitor amenities. The study confirmed that it is in fact possible for us to bring a ferry back, and it's a pathway, even better, to economic growth, regional benefit, and enhanced visitor experience. The study was the first of many, and what you're seeing here is sort of, thank you, what we're going for as far as the routes. We knew that we couldn't stand up this ferry system overnight, right? That would be impossible. We needed to make sure that we did it right and in the right timing, and we were able to build on our successes. So I want to share a little bit of process and progress as we've made. We knew we needed partners and enthusiasm for the project, and we also knew, and this, I'm glad this last session is talking about funding. None of this is going to happen without funding. This is not an inexpensive idea. It's not an inexpensive concept. So the updates that I think all of you want to really hear about are in certain routes here. So 2023, the city of Annapolis received a grant to do a pilot ferry from Eastport to the city dock, and it looked at different things. It looked at where people could get on and off, what sort of amenities were there, what they could do, and we were really proud that our study and the findings from our study helped them evaluate potential sites. So that was really exciting for us. In 2024, and Amy will talk about this in a little bit, Arundel County secured a Federal Transit Administration grant to purchase vessels, and this is really exciting, and it's exciting to say this in Baltimore, to connect Annapolis, Baltimore, and Mattapique Beach in Queen Anne's County. And that is already a grant that we've received the award, and the award was based on the feasibility study that we did. So that was really exciting news. And today, St. Mary's County, Calvert County, and Somerset are meeting monthly to work on Route 5 here. So they're looking at funding, implementation, and what their next steps will be. So all of this will really come together. But it's really clear to me that it's not about the vessels, it's not about the infrastructure, it's not about those visitor amenities. It's about the people, right? So we're gonna connect residents and visitors with the Chesapeake Bay. And that's really meaningful. And then they get to connect with one another. So, hospitality and tourism, we know it creates quality of life for our residents. It does create that visitor experience, but what draws business to Maryland is that quality of life. What keeps our workforce here is the quality of life. It's a lot of opportunity to really create tremendous economic impact. And for Anne Arundel County, that means more than 7 million visitors a year, spending billions, creating thousands of jobs. Beyond those numbers, though, this project reminded us that tourism, it's about people, how they experience a place, how they connect with it, how it makes them feel. City Dock has always been the front door for the Chesapeake Bay, and it is that space where people sort of create memories and have that first impression of Maryland, and we're excited about that. We think that this project then will keep those stories about the Chesapeake Bay going. What we found in our research was really interesting to us is when people got on the water, they cared about the Chesapeake Bay. They cared about the quality of water, they cared about the people and the communities that they would meet. So, this isn't just about transit, even though we are talking about transportation. It really is a blueprint for collaboration. By bringing together those diverse stakeholders, we were able to really question each other, challenge each other, and move forward. And we're doing that in tourism beyond ferries. Our counterparts at Visit Montgomery are taking a group together and working on a project called Meet in Maryland. And that's exciting because it brings business and groups and meetings into our area. And they're partnering with Visit Baltimore, with us, Ocean City, of course, Montgomery County, Howard County, and Prince George's. So that's a real model for that collaboration. The other thing that we're doing, and we're happy to be the lead for this, is international marketing and sales for the state of Maryland. We've had some changes at a regional level, and so now we're taking the lead with our partners at the State of Maryland Tourism Office, along with Visit Baltimore and Visit Frederick. So these things are really different and thinking really outside of what you think about tourism. Again, our visitors don't trip over county lines, they don't care about them. Next year, and I'm really excited to say this, is we're gonna open a welcome center at BWI Marshall. And we're really excited that folks at the airport talked about that ahead of time. So what we'll do then is, as soon as somebody lands, as soon as they get off that plane, they've got a warm welcome and a place that they can be comfortable and know what to do. So, in closing, I will say, contact me anytime. The ferry really proved that regionalism is the way to have these bold moves and move forward. It's not about one project or one community. In the end, it's not how we show up to serve Baltimore or any of that one community. It's about how we show up as a region and as a state. When we work together on transportation, workforce, housing, experiences, we don't just build destinations, we strengthen the social, the cultural, and the economic fabric for our communities. Together, we can create cities and counties that are welcoming and accessible and transformative. And isn't that what we all want? We want a place where stories are shared, experiences are seamless, and the economic impact is equitable. So I look forward to working with all of you, and I think we can do great things together. Thanks so much for having me here today.